What's going on, guys? Mimic here with another video, and in this video we'll be talking a little bit about all the best weapon combos in the game. We'll talk a little bit about some of the pros they have. We'll talk a little bit about some of the cons that they have. Who should play those weapon combos, like who's the best fit for that type of combo, how they work on the battlefield, and then we'll talk a little bit about what my favorite combo is and what I'll be playing in global launch. This and more. But real quick, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash the like button. If you want to connect with me in my guild, which I'll be leading in NA, feel free to join our Discord in the description. And last but not least, if you would like to be some of the first people to see the new videos released from my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all of your continued support, and I'm grateful for your time. That being said, let's jump in. All right, so we're going to be starting this off with SNS Wand, otherwise known as Sword and Shield Wand. Now, in Throne and Liberty, the Sword and Shield Wand is going to be your Paladin type class. They're very, very strong. So some of the pros that they have is that they're pretty much unkillable on the battlefield, especially if they have like a pocket healer. Their main goal as a Sword and Shield Wand, at least in PvP, is to press the enemy lines, to dive deep into the lines, put some pressure on that mid line and back line so that the enemies have to turn and engage you. They have to do something about you, which in turn kind of makes their lines kind of break in a way, because now they're, instead of focusing on the damage dealers, or instead of focusing on the invis Greatsword Dagger guys who are going to be attacking their midline or rear and back lines, they're now having to worry about this 20k unkillable demon paladin. Okay, so if you're interested in playing a type of champ that is just very strong, it's got self-sustaining heals, has counter barrier, so you can stand in front of 50 people literally and soak up all this damage for free and not get damaged at all. If that's your play style, and that's kind of what you want to do, you're going to be the unsung hero of the Zerg, because you probably won't be getting too many kills, although Sword and Shield Wand can get a lot of kills if built right. You've got curse bombs there that can curse AoE and do big, massive damage. SNS Wand is no joke, guys. It's top tier, S tier. I mean, you can look on YouTube. So many good players play it. It's a very hard weapon combo to destroy, and it's one of those things where you're going to be able to face check an entire guild by yourself and really not feel like you're threatened at all, because you have self-sustaining heals, you've got some decent damage, and you're pretty much unkillable. So SNS Wand, probably one of the most broken champs in the game, which is why I wanted to bring it up first, because for me it's a staple in my guild. I already have full lines. We've got a bunch of SNS Wands in my guild, so it's going to be the main heart of our PvP guild and our hardcore guild. So if you're looking for that type of champ to play, give it a try. If you're new to if you're new to Throne and Liberty, give it a try, see if you like it, and kind of go from there. And yeah, that's SNS Wand there. Let's move on. All right, now next in the lineup is going to be SNS Dagger. This is going to be Sword and Shield Dagger. This is very similar playstyle to SNS Wand, but it's more bruiser. So if you've ever played like League of Legends, think like Darius. He's a tank, but he's also a big damage dealer. And the main difference is with Dagger, you have more crit. So you're going to be doing more damage over time as opposed to SNS Wand, because you take advantage of the damage passive crit. You do more crit with daggers, more attack speed, things like that. But you have a lot more, how do I say this? Like you can play the champ a little bit different more than SNS Wand, whereas SNS Wand, you're committed, right? You don't have any invis. You can't just invis out of a nasty engagement. You don't have any kind of bind on SNS Wand. You do have a sleep on SNS Wand, but for SNS Dagger, you're going to have a bind and you're going to have a silence. And if, shit really hits the fan and you need to get out and you're getting bursted, let's say you've got 18,000 health and you're down to your last 3,000 health. If you have your invis up, you can pop that to get out. you'll get, run back into your lines. Your healers will heal you back up, and you can re-engage. If you build cooldown, your invis will be up quite a bit, and you can use that to kind of go in and out of the battle. And SNS Dagger is solid. Like, there's so much you can do with it. If you've got a bomb group of mages, you can go into with your SNS Dagger. You can shadow step into the midline. You can bind people with your bind. There's also another bind that you can do with one of your guardians. There's a guardian that is in the game where when you pop it, it binds everyone within like a 5-meter radius. So if you go into a clump of 10 people, you can bind them instantly by popping your guardian. And then your mages can bomb that area with all of their mage bombing. So if that's the kind of play you're into, you want to be tanky, but you also want to have versatility, and you want to have some escapability there with the invis, and you want to have more crits, so you want to be more bruiser. Try SNS Dagger. It's a lot of fun. It's you're pretty tanky still because you've got counter barrier, but you also do more damage because you have the crit passives on the dagger. So that is my play on that's my outlook on SNS Dagger. If you want to try that out, guys, you're new to the game, try it out. You guys might love it. If you don't, hey, there's other champs you can play. SNS Dagger though is solid. I do have a few of those in my Zerg for global as well. All right, now next on the list, guys, is Bow Dagger. And when I tell you that Bow Dagger is top tier DPS, I really mean it, guys. Out of all the PvP I've done in the game, out of all the PvP and PvE events that I've had, where you've got to like do farming, Bow Dagger has always been like the winners, right? They're able to kite a lot of mobs quickly. They have a lot of speed boost. They can one-shot a lot of the mobs very quickly. So, Bow Dagger does super, super, super bursty damage, and they're very sustained. It's sustained damage. It's not like you're bursted and then you're waiting on cooldowns, and then you're kind of just sitting there auto attacking. No, like your cooldowns are always up, and you've always got something in your arsenal that's ready to go. And they can one shot, they can two shot. I've seen them do so much damage, so quickly, and it's just because of the way that the game is set up. Like when you've got daggers as your secondary and then you've got ranged bow, it's like you're a melee assassin, but you're doing it at range. And with ranged in this game, it's very strong. The Bow Dagger is going to have some binds. They've got a bind. They also have a stun. They can stun you. If you go invisible, they can counter it. They have a skill where they can use one of their skills to kind of do like a fireworks over your head, and if they catch you in it, it'll stun you out of the invis. So that's like super like so much utility that they have, and they I feel like Bow Dagger, you're gonna level it quicker as far as getting like your skills leveled faster and things like that, because you're always going to be placing top on the PvE, and which means that you're also going to be getting all those Marins and stuff a lot quicker than most people because you're constantly placing top. So I feel like long-term Bow Dagger is the play if you guys haven't tried it out or want to try it out and you guys have played bow in other games. Give it a try in TNL. It's pretty freaking solid. Out of all the MMOs I've played with where there's bow users, it feels the most authentic in Throne and Liberty, and their kit is just really, really, really good. I'm going to talk about the cons later out of all of these, because I feel like the cons are all kind of the same. But as far as pros, Bow Dagger, bar none, is like top tier. Give it a try. I'm sure you guys would love it. Their kit's amazing. All the skills look really cool as well, and in PvP they're disgusting in PvP. So yeah, that's my outlook on Bow Dagger. All right, now moving on here, Bow Staff, guys. This is a solid choice for anyone who wants max range. Some of the passives that you get from Bow and Staff are going to be more range. So if you're looking for like a sniper, pretty much a sniper that's got some mage capabilities, some AoE bombs, AoE fire damage, and some instacast from the staff user, because they got a skill there where if you hit them with lightning and it double heavy attacks, it resets it. So if you're looking for someone with high burst possibilities and opportunities, bow staff is going to be what you want to play. You're going to have hyper range, so you'll have the most range out of everyone in the game playing bow staff. So, you know, where people aren't able to hit you at 18 meters, you're able to hit them at 22 meters, 24 meters. So, you know, you'll be able to hit targets from a farther distance, which makes it a little bit harder, you know, for people to close the gap on you, just because you're going to be doing damage to them quicker before they can even hit you. Now, bow staff is solid, especially for siege, because on siege, once you get up on the towers, you know, you're gonna be raining like that air support, right? You're gonna be at a farther distance from your enemies. They're not gonna be able to hit you, but you're gonna be able to hit them. And in siege, there's chokes, there's choke points, right? As they come to the choke points, you can be binding them with your bind from bow, and then, you know, your other mages can follow up with mass AoE and just literally blow them up and put massive fire procs on the enemies coming through the siege gates while your tanks hold the line there. It's honestly just disgusting. Bow staff is solid. I don't see too many people playing bow staff, but there are people that play bow staff. It's just not as much as something that's like bow dagger or SNS wand. You know, it's not as common as that, but it is something that has value and definitely is needed in siege. Again, you're going to be pretty much the sniper, right? You're going to hit people from farther range. They're not going to be able to hit you, and you're going to be able to hit them. So, you know, if you've got a group of bow staffs in your guild, you know, put them in a group and let them just kind of hold areas, you know, for you, because they're going to be able to hit enemies at a longer range. So, you know, that's a pro for them, is that, you know, they have the highest range out of any combo in the game. It's going to be bow staff. But yeah, that's my take on it. Bow staff, it's solid. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. I've never played it. I played bow dagger, but I feel like bow staff would be pretty solid, especially in siege. All right, now next up, pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be pretty much your main meta healer. Now there's two ways you can go about it. You can go bow wand, or you can go staff wand. I see more bow wand. It's got a little bit more utility, I think, outside the staff wand, but staff wand is still really good. But if you're going to go up healer, bow wand is probably what you're going to play. Pretty self-explanatory. They're healers. They use the wand to heal over time. They've got big mass heals where, like, you know, if you've got a tank that's about to die, they can put some really strong heals on them and keep them up. And, you know, being bow, they still have the mobility, they still have the utility of the bow. So pretty, you know, self-explanatory there. I'm not too fond on healers. I've never played a healer on any game I've ever played ever. I've never been a healer. I don't play supports in League of Legends. Like, it's just it's not interesting to me. I like to do damage. I like to tank. I like to be up in the front. But yeah, with healers, you know, same thing. You know, you're gonna stay kind of in the back a little bit. You're gonna be able to move up as your Zerg moves up in PvP, and as you see weaklings coming back because they've been damaged, you're gonna pop some heals on them. And then, you know, of course, if someone steps up and they're, you know, a little bit of a threat, you see that they're coming towards you, you've got bow, so you can hit them with your bind, and you can bind them. So you know, you have a little bit of utility there to keep you alive. And of course, you've got the wand there as well to sleep, so you can also sleep people, and you can curse bomb. So it's still, you can do damage. You can do damage as a healer in this game, which is cool. It's just not really my play style, so I don't really have too much to say about it. But bow wand, pretty self-explanatory. It's a healer, but you can also do damage as well. So if you guys want to try the healer class, give bow wand a try, or give staff wand a try. All right, now the notorious Greatsword Dagger. This was my first love when I first came to Throne and Liberty. I knew the moment that they announced Greatsword Dagger was in the game, I knew that was the one I wanted to play. I didn't even have to look at the skills. I just knew this was my play style. Now, I made a ton of videos with Greatsword Dagger. I've got so many videos on my YouTube channel, and I had so many freaking people reach out to me. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know how many people reached out to me in game and in Discord saying like, oh, thank you so much for making these videos, Greatsword Dagger. Like, this, it's awesome playing this. And there's so many people that joined my guild that played Greatsword Dagger because of my videos. So I'm like extremely humbled about that. And honestly, Greatsword Dagger is so much fun. If you are a type of person that played like Rogue and WoW, or played any kind of like high assassin skill champ, IQ level, like high bursty, super high risk, high reward type champ, Greatsword Dagger is what you want to play in Throne of Liberty. Okay. Now there's a caveat there, because with Greatsword Dagger, you've got that high risk, high reward. You're going to be doing so much freaking damage, and you do damage quickly with Greatsword Dagger. I mean, it's instant. You stun someone and that's it. It's a wrap. But the problem with it, a con with Greatsword Dagger, is you have to build it correctly. Obviously, that's with any champ in the game, but especially Greatsword Dagger. But you have to build it correctly so you can get that damage output very quickly. And you have to have, obviously your traits all traded out so that you have like, either if you're going evasion or if you're going endurance, depending on where you are on the game progress, for the world that you're playing in. So it's going to depend very, very highly on your gear, just like any champ. All champs are like that. It's all gear, right? The better your gear, the better your traits, the better your champ's going to play in PvE and PvP. But I feel like you feel it more on Greatsword Dagger, like, because if you think about it like this, if you're not geared and you go and you find a juicy target, right, and you go on the target, you're about to kill the target, you've got him half-life, you're getting through your combo, but then you get CC'd and blown up instantly, like, that's not fun. No one's going to have fun doing that. And that happened to me so many times. There's so many times that I like literally would hit somebody and I would one shot them and get out. And there's so many times where I would go onto somebody, they would perfect dodge, you know what I mean? And then they would insta stun me and then I'm dead. So Greatsword Dagger is a lot of fun. It's got super, super burst potential. And it was so much fun to play. And honestly, in PvP, you're a problem. People will remember you. They'll be like, yo, this guy's in our back line again, get him out of here. And it's a lot of fun to play. Again, it's like Rogue and WoW. Like, you go on a target, you destroy them, and you get out for free. It's so much fun. If you guys are interested in playing Greatsword Dagger, check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. I did so many build videos, skill videos. I covered a lot of it because that's what I played for like 4 or 5, I would say like 4.5 months of my first playing Throne of Liberty. I was strictly Greatsword Dagger, and then I switched it up a little bit, played the tank, and then I eventually made my way to Staff Dagger, which we'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, Greatsword Dagger, so much fun. If you guys are interested in that type of play style, high risk, high reward, big DPS, high skill kind of IQ that you have to play it, try it out. I guarantee you guys will love it. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast doing it. I just wanted to try something else, change the pace a little bit, kind of see what else I was maybe missing out on the game, which is why I eventually went to Staff Dagger. But yeah, that's Greatsword Dagger. Try it out, guys. I promise you guys, you guys are gonna love it. All right, now we're moving on here to Staff Dagger. This is what I'm actually playing here, and this is what you can see that I've been playing and I have been playing for the past few months. The reason I wanted to go Staff Dagger was because one time, and I'll never forget this, I went up against a guy who was playing Staff Dagger as Greatsword Dagger. He completely finessed me and literally just blew me up in an instant. And there's like nothing that I could do. And I'm like, wow, like I need to try that out. So after that, I made my Staff Dagger. I moved all my skills over from Greatsword and put them into Staff. And then obviously I had Dagger before, so I didn't have to do anything there. And guys, Staff Dagger is freaking solid. I would say like Staff Dagger it's equal to Bow Dagger. I think Bow Dagger is maybe a little bit stronger still, but Staff Dagger is a problem. If you've got a bunch of staff in your guild and you guys are PvPing, that's going to be a problem. There's so much AoE potential damage that Staff has, and with the utility of Dagger having that extra crit in your guild and your Zerg, and then obviously Dagger you can go invis. Having all that invis in your Zerg just gives the Zerg a lot of outplay potential. And in Siege, Staff Dagger is bar none like the most fun I've ever had in Siege, even more than Greatsword Dagger. I had a lot of fun in Greatsword Dagger in Siege because like there's so many people. It's hectic, right? There's hundreds of people on your screen. They're all probably in their own Discords listening to comms. No one's looking out for that 1 or 2 guys that are straggling behind. No one cares. They're just trying to get into the siege. They're trying to get into the castle, and they're trying to take the pillage points, or they're trying to take the throne. So playing Greatsword Dagger in Siege was fun because it's like I'm a shark in the water. There's all these little minnows in the water, and I can just go in and eat for free, and no one is going to contest me. So it was like a lot of that going on when I was Greatsword Dagger. It was a lot of fun, right? But with Staff Dagger, like you feel the damage when those people push in through the chokes, and you're hitting them with your AoE meteor, and you're hitting them with your fire, and you're hitting them with your poisons. Like you just see your crit, like so many crit numbers popping up on your screen because you're hitting everybody, and you just know that you're putting in work because all your skills AoE. You've got tons of insta cast damage. If people jump on you, you've got the invis so that you can get out. If you see weak targets, you can shadow step to them and bind them up and just smoke them, kill them real quick and get out. If people do jump on you and you don't have your invis, you have your ice skill, which creates some space between you and the enemy, and it freezes them as they run towards you. So you've got great kite ability on the staff, and it's just so versatile to play, and it's very, very, very bursty. I was surprised how bursty Staff Dagger actually is. It is definitely top tier. If you guys are looking for a melee / range champ that's got high crit, high damage with poison, invis, kite ability, and it's got mana regen. It's one of the only champs that has a mana regen skill. You need to try Staff Dagger. Honestly, it's top tier. I've got probably 10 of them in my guild Zerg. Not that many. Probably maybe 5 or 10. Because I definitely want a lot of staff in my guild because staff's just so good in the game. It's got so much utility. And come Siege, those staff users get to eat. So that's my take on Staff Dagger. Hope you guys like it. Now, the final combo we're going to talk about, guys, is Crossbow Dagger. I get a lot of questions on if it's viable. It totally is, but there's a few things you got to keep in mind. Crossbow Dagger only shines if you've has arc boss weapons. So you're going to need Tevent daggers, and you're going to need the bell crossbow. All right. If you have both of those, okay, and you are fully traded and you are a swiper whale, Crossbow Dagger is going to melt guilds. 1 or 2 Crossbow Daggers fully traded with, and let's say they both have Bell Dagger. They have Tevent daggers and Bell Crossbow. Those 2 people can probably one shot your guild. I'm not even lying. Go do yourself a favor right now. Pause this video if you'd like. And just go to YouTube and type Crossbow Dagger montage for Throne of Liberty. Go watch a few of those videos and tell me that that's not broken. Okay. They are extremely broken, but the caveat is, guys, you have to swipe. Because if you think you're going to do anything as like mid tier, like not have the best weapons, not fully traded Crossbow Dagger, then I'll see you on the battlefield. And you tell me if, you know what I mean, if it's working out for you. It's not. You're going to get destroyed. Okay, so Crossbow Dagger is very, very, very niche. I wouldn't say to put too many in your Zerg. If you've got a whale in your Zerg, or you've got 2 whales in your Zerg that are dropping a few $1,000s in the game, and they really want to play Crossbow Dagger, then give it to them. But don't just let everyone play it, because honestly, it's kind of useless unless you're full whaling. But Crossbow Dagger is extremely, extremely disgusting. Again, I don't have footage for it, but do yourself a favor, go check out Crossbow Dagger on YouTube, and you'll see exactly what I mean, how broken they are. So they're very good. I would say it's probably the most broken, even more than SNS Wand. They clear a lot of these dungeons 90% faster than any other weapon combo. So yeah, Crossbow Dagger, I definitely have at least 1 or 2 in my Zerg, a couple whales that are going to be playing with in my guild. They're going to be playing Crossbow Dagger. I can't wait to see them destroy guilds. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, let's wrap this up. All right, guys. Well, that is the video. Sorry, I know this was a longer one, but I appreciate you guys watching so much. I appreciate all the time you guys devote to my channel, watching all my videos. I hope this video made sense. This is more of like a new player type guide. There's a lot of people that haven't played the game. I wanted to kind of break down what the best weapon combos are in the game and kind of shine some light on what I like about the combos. But, you know, hopefully it makes sense for you guys. If you guys had any questions or any concerns, let me know in the comment section. I'm very curious to see what the majority of you guys want to play. I think I know what you guys are going to want to play already, just based on the video and the things I said about it. But maybe you guys will surprise me. Let me know in the comment section what you guys either played or haven't played but want to play in NA Global Launch. Again, feel free to join my Discord. You guys can join the team, join the community. We'd love to have you. Discord link is in the description there. I'm going to be releasing some more videos. I'm doing more weekly videos right now up until global launch, but I've got a whole bunch of tips and tricks type videos and guides coming out here soon. So if you guys want to check that out, again, please subscribe. Again, much love, guys. I'm going to be taking a little break, but next week I'm dropping another video for you guys. Hope you guys like this one. Until next time. Peace.